What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Plarium just released some juicy news about a live arena, and we're gonna be able to get in a free legendary for playing live arena. Now, I'm not 100% sure exactly what sort of tiers we need to complete in order to get a champion. I know that live arena will come with some different milestones, kind of like different quests, so we're gonna have to find out more. They released a video about live arena, so we're gonna do a full reaction on it. I haven't watched it just yet because I literally just got home. So let's see what they have in store for us, guys. I'm personally pretty excited about more PvP, so hopefully it's going to be good. One thing that I mentioned before in a different video, in case if you missed it, they're gonna have a beta for live arena as well. I'm not sure what is the criteria in order to join, but it's gonna be similar with Tag Team Arena, and they're gonna have probably random people just trying the content out and giving feedback. So hopefully it's gonna be something juicy.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our newest update preview, where we'll be shining a light on one of our most highly anticipated features. Prepare to enter the live arena. As always, let's cover the basics first. Live arena is a new arena mode where
Damn, the maps look amazing, right? Look how nice it looks, this map here. You see the Arbiter on the left, different champions. It looks really nice.
you can engage in real-time PvP battles against other players. While that's incredibly awesome by itself, Live Arena also comes with new quests, new artifact sets, as well as a Great Hall expansion, where you can use special Live Arena crests you earn from winning battles to unlock additional bonuses. I know, I'm excited too. You'll unlock Live Arena once you reach level 50, and
That's fine. Level 50 sounds about right. So in order to reach level 50, if you're not grinding like a madman and if you don't have experience as a player, so let's just say you start a new account, to reach level 50 it will take you a couple of months. So I feel like that's a sweet spot to unlock this content, unlike Hydra or the other dungeons, which are very hardcore, you know.
It'll be open several times a day. Our first idea was to have this as an always-on feature, but in development, we found it caused problems finding matches quickly and reliably. So, our plan is to open Live Arena on a set daily schedule, so we can ensure you won't have huge wait times when finding a match. To make sure everything's working correctly ahead of its grand opening, we'll be running a Live Arena test launch with a limited group of players. You can see the schedule for the
Live Arena test schedule. 7 to 9 o'clock, 10 to 12 o'clock, 2 to 4 o'clock. So it's going to be a 2-hour slot for Live Arena to be open. The time slots look decent. I feel like they need to put something a bit later than this. So what, if you're paying attention, 2 o'clock UTC is super early for USA, right? It's kind of like the morning for you guys. 7 a.m. UTC is midnight for you guys in USA, of course, for whoever is there. And I definitely feel like they need to probably add more, but it seems like this is the test schedule. So I really hope they're going to consider bringing maybe 2 more rounds to it, you know.
For this test on screen now. As for the full launch, here's the schedule on screen. Live Arena will open in 2-hour windows.
Okay, this definitely makes more sense now. So you see, this is the Live Arena schedule, so it's not a test for the beta. This is for when it's actually in the game. And just being able to play it from these times, I feel like it's fairly decent. 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock right here, UTC 14 to 16. It's kind of like when people are still at work, lunch breaks, stuff like that. This one is pretty early, but it's very good time for USA and other areas in the world. So it's definitely pretty good the schedule like this, yeah.
Which should give you more than enough time to get your battles in. Remember, the full launch schedule is subject to change, and we'll of course let you know if and when it does. Enough talk. How do I start fighting? Like Classic or Tag Arena, initiating a Live Arena battle costs a Live Arena token. You can have a maximum of 5 at any given time, and you can purchase a refill with gems if you run out. Each new refill will cost more than the last one, though both the refill price and your default Live Arena tokens reset each day at midnight UTC.
So it will be similar with Tag Team Arena. You're going to be able to purchase a few extra refills, but the price is going a bit up. Starting at 10 gems per for the very first refill, I feel like is good, yeah.
So your tokens are burning a hole in your pocket. Let's get to the juicy PvP fun. Once you hit the Find Opponent button, the game will find a worthy combatant of a similar skill level within your current Live Arena tier. To make matchmaking as fair as possible, Matches are found based on both your average and most recent performance data. Once you're matched with a suitable opponent...
So it's not going to be based on your actual power. It's going to be based on your tiers. So if a lot of Krakens stay in lower tiers, it's going to be a bit harder for a lot of you guys. But as long as the Krakens climb up, you're not going to have issues to encounter them. It's all about your performance. So let's just say you played 20 fights, you won 19 of them. They're going to try to match you with a similar person that did the exact same thing. Now, if that person is a Kraken that's just in a lower tier this week, you will have a high chance of encountering a person like that. I feel like this is going to be an issue only at the beginning for the very first few weeks till all the Krakens start climbing in the higher tiers, and then you won't be having this sort of issues if this is the way the matchmaking works, you know.
You're on to the first phase of battle. This is where you pick your champions and where the mind games truly begin. A coin flip decides who picks first, and then each player takes a turn picking champions from their roster. Both players go back and forth until they both have a team of 5. Then each player gets to ban a single champion from the opposing team. That means that champion won't be taking part in the battle, bringing teams down to 4. In bronze and silver tiers, you can use duplicate champions. Once you hit gold, though, all champion picks must be unique across both teams. That means no duplicate champions at all.
Okay, so in the lower tiers, you can use dupes, but once you reach gold, you're not allowed to use dupes. It's good because I dislike the idea of using dupes. Same in Tag Team Arena. I find like that's really an issue because you don't really get to play different champions, to create different strategies if you're going with the exact same champions in all the teams, you know.
You can use all sorts of devious tricks during this phase. Conceal your intended strategy. Pick decoy champions to trick your opponent into banning a champion you weren't going to use. Deliberately pick champions to take them off the table for your opponent. The possibilities are endless. Just be aware that these same tricks are being used against you. Finally, each player selects their team leader. As with all other game modes, the team leader's aura skill will empower the rest of your champions, so choose carefully. Don't take too long considering your strategy. Each of these phases has a time limit, and the game will decide for you if the time runs out. Once the teams are locked in, it's time to battle. In terms of the battles themselves, there's no mechanical difference between Live Arena and Classic Arena. The turn order of champions is determined by their speed stat and various turn meter manipulation skills. And each champion takes a turn and uses skills like they always do. But while the mechanics may be the same, you're now fighting a real human instead of an AI. So be prepared for anything. Watch the clock when choosing your skills. You've got 15 seconds to make your choice. If you don't decide in time, well, the game will. Fail to take your turn 3 times in a row, and you'll go into auto battle mode until you assume direct control. There's an overall time limit for every battle, too. Fail to finish within 30 minutes, and both players will be credited with a loss. Stalling is...
I just don't agree with this thing. Why both of them will have a loss? If he's an idiot trying to slow you down because he knows he's going to lose the fight, and he's just keeping you there for all that time, why should you be punished for somebody else's sort of issue? You know, like, they should find a different way in punishing the person that is delaying the fight, basically, not everybody, you know.
Isn't a viable strategy, and you'll want to fight as many Live Arena battles as you can while it's open. Now let's take a look at why you'll want to play Live Arena. As if the thrill of testing yourself against real people wasn't enough, winning Live Arena battles gets you Live Arena points and Live Arena crests. We'll go on to crests in a minute. As for points, earning these will see you advance through the different Live Arena tiers, from bronze to gold. For now, there's no platinum tier. Once you reach silver 1, losing battles will lose you points. If you don't fight at least one Live Arena battle for 5 days, you'll start to lose 5 Live Arena points each day until you fight another battle. There are
Fair
also
enough.
repeatable Live Arena quests that give you various rewards, including a Live Arena token refill and new artifacts. On top of that,
New artifacts. I'm so curious what these are because I feel like they're going to be sick. It's going to be something crazy.
we have multiple one-time rewards for reaching certain point milestones, ranging from a fancy new avatar to even a legendary champion.
Nice, so the milestones will actually give quite a few things, not only a legendary champion. This is a void attack champion. We're going to check his kit in a second. I'm not sure if he's actually mentioning it in the video, but you see the base stats on the champion are pretty nice. 1600 attack, pretty good base speed, and decent HP and defense.
Speaking of artifacts, let's pause and take a closer look at the new sets available from Live Arena. Impulse and Zeal. Impulse artifacts increase your champion's speed and provide a chance of reducing the cooldown of a
Oh wow, so 4-piece set. you get 12% speed and a 30% chance to reduce a random skill cooldown by 1 turn. I feel like this is kind of like trying to be a bit of a counter for Yumekos, for Warlords, for these champions, you know. It is decent, but I don't think this set is actually as powerful as it might sound. It's 12% speed for 4 pieces, you know, and the 30% chance I don't feel like is enough.
Random skill by 1 turn. It's a great set for nukers, healers, pretty much anyone with skills you want to use as often as possible. Then we have Zeal artifacts. They increase the champion's critical damage by 25% and have them dealing more damage if their target still has high HP.
So you get 25% extra crit damage and 7.5% damage for every 25% HP they have. So basically, this will increase your overall damage. That means that you're going to go against a target that has 100% HP and you're going to get 7.5 multiplied with 4 increase your damage. So you're going to boost your damage like crazy. That's actually pretty solid, yeah.
It should give your attackers and nukers a little extra punch to take down champions in one shot. Both these sets will be available in the reward chests you get for winning 35 live arena battles.
So you win 35 fights, you get a chest.
This is a regular quest, so you'll be able to farm these artifacts so long as you keep winning. Finally, let's return to those shiny live arena crests. You can spend the crests you win in live arena battles to unlock area bonuses in the Great Hall. Here's how they work. Live arena crests come in bronze, silver, and gold, just like classic arena medals. The first 3 levels of any area bonus are upgraded with bronze crests. Levels 4 to 6 need silver, and everything else needs gold.
Damn, 2,000 for level 10, and you're getting up to 30% crit damage in Hydra. So this will be a grind again on the Great Hall. Seems very similar with the regular Great Hall. So it's gonna be a long grind to get this done, man.
You can also use higher tier crests to unlock lower tier bonuses, just like with classic arena medals. You might also notice that with the introduction of area bonuses, the old bonuses earned by spending arena medals have had a name change. These are now called affinity bonuses because, as the name suggests, they boost the stats of champions of a specific affinity. We'll give you 3 guesses as to what area bonuses do. That's right. They boost the stats of any champion, but only in specific locations. For example, upgrading the attack bonus slot in the Potion Keeps row will, you guessed it, increase your champion's attack when fighting in the Potion Keeps. Area bonuses will also give you the option to increase your champion's
speed. So you're getting all the way, you're going all the way up to 20 speed for it. Okay, that's a lot of speed, huh?
Speed, and even give them the ability to ignore a portion of enemy defense.
20%,
Remember the hard mode
nice.
dungeons we talked about in the previous What's Next in Raid episode? Area bonuses will be a huge help in farming those locations. And the best thing? Area bonuses apply to a champion's base stat directly, just like affinity bonuses. Add all these bonuses together, and you'll be super strong when fighting in certain locations. Bosses, fear my wrath. Okay, that's all there is to tell about Live Arena for now. We can't wait to see the changes to Raid's PvP scene, and we hope you all have a blast. We want to add a few things in future iterations, so keep an eye on the news too. Until then, hit like and subscribe.
Okay, that's pretty interesting actually. So, the Great Hall is going to be a grind. Expect that. It's going to be very similar with what we have currently in the game. It's not going to be an easy way around it. I'm pretty excited to get the milestones done, to get this champion. So let's check out the bad boy here. Quintus the Triumphant. So he's going to be a Bannerlord's Void Affinity attack-based champion. Attacks one enemy, places an extra hit if the target has no buffs. If this attack is critical, repeats the attack 1 time. So that's actually pretty good. It really depends what sort of multipliers he has. It seems like he's getting 25% damage from the A1 if you book the champion. On the A2, attacks one enemy, removes all buffs, places a defense down on the target for 2 turns before attacking. The effects cannot be resisted or blocked, so that means that it's going to go through immunity, similar with what Baron does. Damage inflicted by this skill cannot be decreased by enemy passive skills or masteries, except by the passive skills of bosses. So Taras, Harima, and all the other champions won't be able to do a damn with their passive against this champion. But then, of course, is a catch with him. Damage inflicted by this skill cannot be increased by either this champion's masteries or allied passive skills, except when attacking bosses. Resets the cooldown of crowd favorite skill if this attack kills an enemy. So this is a pretty interesting champion in terms of how his skills are working. My main issue here is that he's gonna get shipped with this A2, you know, like you're gonna remove the buffs, you're gonna land defense down, unresistible. The chances to get shipped is like next level. Then the A3, again, he's gonna get 25% damage boost from books from every skill. The A3 attacks all enemies, places an increased attack and an increased crit damage buff on this champion for 3 turns before attacking, resets the cooldown of the strip away skill if this attack kills an enemy. So basically, you will be in a situation where you will never use the A1 as long as you kill an enemy with the A2 or the A3. You're constantly going to decrease their cooldowns and constantly going back and forward, bringing your increased attack, your increased crit damage is actually going to be very nice. How I mentioned, my main concern with this champion is that A2 getting polymorphed to the moon and back. The passive, each of these champion skills deals additional pure damage. The amount of pure damage dealt is equal to 10% of the target's max HP for each buff on them. The additional pure damage will ignore shield buffs. Now, I'm not sure how exactly it's gonna play out, how good this is gonna be, but pure damage means ignores pretty much everything. Ignores defense, you're not gonna be blocked by anything else whatsoever, you know. So I'm curious to see if this is gonna be great. It seems to be like an additional damage on top of the other skills. The 35% attack aura for arena battles is very nice. It does seem like it's gonna be a very powerful champion, but it's all about the multipliers, so we're gonna have to wait and find out more. You've seen you're gonna be able to complete milestones and collect the champion, collect the fragments, and then you're going to be able to summon it. It is a free champion. I'm not sure if it's going to take us a year, it's going to take us 2 months, or how long it's going to take us to get the champion. But eventually, if we're going to play the game, we're going to be able to get him in a similar way like we're getting Arbiter or Ramantu or different champions in the game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. I'm personally super excited to see what's coming with Live Arena. I'm curious to try it out. Hopefully, they're going to listen to feedback. But that was all for this video. Much love, appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.